Hello beauties, it's been a minute here. Let's check in and see how you are doing. Hopefully well and in high spirits overall as much as possible. Let's go ahead and pick up on your overall energy and see what messages want to come through. Nice. Some of you are on the cusp or the breaking out with your voice here, the breaking point of bringing that voice, speaking your voice to the world, okay? This can be, literally singing, speaking, oration. This can be writing. This can be just sharing the authentic you. There's a lot of authenticity in this energy. 25 does look to be a very significant number here. It's really sticking out pretty strongly, okay? You could even find that certain connections that feel very karmic in nature are encouraging a new aspect of your voice to come through or come out. Those limitations are, challenging that and bringing it forwards, okay? We've got this movement, this speed that's been here for a minute in the collective energy. And there is a lot of speeding up going on for a while now, but it feels even more intense. I don't know if you've noticed that, but it feels even more intense these last weeks, like just speeding up. You probably have, but I know it's interpreted different for each person. So you may not feel it as like things going faster, but it does feel like we can go through the range of emotions and experiences and download a lot of information from maybe a lot of different places much more quickly than we were before. That's really the vibe that it puts off there. All right. I remembered there was a certain deck I wanted to use, and it was this one, but did not get it out in the beginning here. I feel like we are battling right now a little bit, and it's very internal, it's very energetic, but it does feel like there's this energy of like battle going on. A lot of it is about listening to and trusting and heeding your intuition. This could be a lesson that's come back again and again and again and again. Listening to what you feel and honoring it and trusting it. Again, I'm seeing a lot of focus on oration and also injury to our voice, in whatever form we're wanting to use our voice. Especially from the masculine side or masculine wound, there can be trying to heal, like bringing forwards basically the gifts from that side, the unique gifts and unique voice. Especially if they feel like they've been beat down or something. And you could be doing this for others even. We do have Pisces here, Aquarius, Gemini. Vocal is all air and also water pretty strongly in this reading so far, influence-wise. For some of you, you've got a dream, a hope, a wish, a dream around what it is that you want to speak or what it is that you want to bring into this world. And you could be wanting to birth that. You could even be birthing it through your sadness or through some form of sadness or loss or grieving. Very much a birthing. There is an expanse going on here with your material world and your self-worth, especially through this process. You could see those very interlinked. I'm hearing interchangeable. Some of you, it wavers back and forth. It feels like it wavers like into and out of the strength, quite literally, into and out of feeling like you can control this, into and out of the manifestations. It's very much a work in progress, and it's very much an ebb and a flow that's been ongoing. Working on bringing this expression out of you, basically, among other things. There's a lot of healing involved with that, and again, a lot of like truth seeking or authenticity. The voice is key here, or again, the writing, the expression, whatever your expression is. I mean, this could even be the expression of dance in a way that is somebody's voice, right? Although some of you, it is like literally speaking your truth or singing it or something, you know, writing. But this really moves you forwards. Partaking in that. And thank you, Archangel Gabriel is here. Archangel Michael as well. Thank you. Archangel Gabriel is really helping with this area, like the voice, the arts, very strongly. And so if you guys, you know, if there's any kind of blocks in the throat chakra you want a relief, or you want to release, or you're feeling like, you know, there's something you want to get out or be able to express in a certain way, Archangel Gabriel is here now to help. If you want to connect, you want to ask to receive, or if you want to ask for that to be cleared. Of course, that's personal preference, but thank you, Archangel Gabriel, for your assistance. Just by hearing this, I think it can also help you a lot. Just by soaking in the energy, the presence, the vibration, it can help you a lot to tune into that expression. Again, this strength or this control that wavers back and forth, very much connected to the emotions, grief, loss, sadness, depression, wavering back and forth, sometimes feeling up, sometimes feeling down again. It's also just a progress, a process of moving out of it. Sometimes we're noticing that too tight a hold of control creates some kind of emotional tension or depression. And then when we surrender and we let go and we go with the flow and we just let live, you know, I feel like that song, Live and Let Die, or Live and Let Live. When we do this, we're happier, essentially. The Akashic Records. This is such an in-between, you know. Again, it's very in-between. It's in between the end, in between the beginning, but it's where we go to collect all the informations. With the High Priestess here, and this, I mean, this is within you. It's in your subconscious. We always have access to this. But I do feel intuitively you are accessing information. It's very a feeling of information, accessing layers of information, accessing new information that's really not that new, but it feels new to you. But integrating, there's so many different layers of infos these days and you're being able to use and channel that as well into your unique expression or your unique voice, which is such a more like important subject than it seems. To your unique expression. You may notice that a lot of the restrictions and the limitations and the things that kind of bind us or hold us, even Saturnian energy sometimes, or boxes, limitations, conflicts, competitions, chaos, these kind of energies, the resistance they create can actually encourage growth. It can actually encourage expansion, ironically. It can actually encourage the seeking. It can press something down enough that it creates this bounce back, this explosion, you know. And this can actually be used to your advantage, and I feel like that's what you are doing. It's like you're organizing this to try to use it to your advantage. You could have also found that family conflict or certain conflicts, competitions, and chaos have tended to further suppress that voice, that expression sometimes. And again, this ending, this transformation, see how this light as well coming through here, these kind of revelations that are coming through, light body activations, all of this. But these are passages that are assisting you to break out of that. And sometimes like thing after thing after thing has to happen, and then boom, we push out. Some of you could literally be you know, still processing a loss here, a passing. And that could also be part of where a new aspect or a new part of your voice is trying to come online. Could have had a hard time sleeping for a moment or focusing on meditation. Maybe a lack of focus is there. Maybe it's been tricky to silence the mind or quiet the mind. This is a reminder, of course, that everything is a balance, everything in balance, okay? The key is balance. And sometimes when things are out of balance, you'll notice that there's, you know, troubles or restrictions, resistance, or challenges in other areas, okay? I really feel a balance in this particular moment is coming into focus of mind, body, soul. Or you could look at it as mind, body, and emotional body, okay? So our mental, our physical, and our emotional world, or our spirit, our soul, which are one and the same in a lot of ways. All of these need nourishment, and you see one is in greater focus at the moment. That may vary, though, for those of you here. It may not be the same for all of you, but it's definitely, again, highlighting your voice, your expression, the vocal, the authenticity here. Some of you, it's being tested here with somebody that's very, very similar to you. This could be a best friend. This could be a lover that is very soulmate, very matched. This could be a new person coming in, coming through. I'm getting a bit of a German descent there. It won't be for everybody, but there can be a connection. Could also even be like a sort of a little bit of like a Greek or a Jewish energy. That's possible, but I really pick up on a German energy here. But again, not for everyone. But this connection, again, can be kind of part of what's, you see that Pisces Vesica, or Vesica Pisces back here as well. It can be, there's like a combining of the two worlds here, but that is trying again to encourage this vocal, this voice, this expression out of you. It's like everything, all the forces are coming together to try to encourage this release from you, this expression from you. And I feel like it's going to be such a release when it really is able to come out in the way that you want it to. For some of you, there is just literally a new journey in love here coming up. With the best of intentions, too. You do have protection on this journey, okay? It doesn't mean everything is amazing, but it means you have some protection as far as timing goes, as far as how things fit together. Nothing that's not supposed to happen is going to happen, you know, that kind of a vibe. Although willpower is here, you've got this divine clock, this divine timing. Alchemy, magic, and creation. Definitely alchemizing your knowledges, your interests, or your knowledge, your interests, your informations. A lot of activation in your hands as well. I do hear a message that it's time to swallow your pride and get on with it. There's no point in being held back by mundane matters anymore. There's not like anything left to learn is the feeling. Maybe at some point there was, but now it's just time to do what's right for you to do, what's in your heart to do, what feels like you need to do it, regardless of the ego shame that could feel like it wants to come through for that, because you know ultimately it's the right thing. For you anyways. This doesn't mean like the right thing like necessarily morally. It's more like the right next step for you. Options with how to build. We're not honing in stability as much at the moment, as we are trying to unlock that expression and move forwards on a new path. So that's calling us into a lot of subconscious work. It's bringing up those limitations again for us to look at. I'm hearing the word exasperated. 555 on the clock. I've been seeing that number a lot. A lot about your hands again. It's like you could do energy work with your hands. Especially for Sarah, can really do energy work with your hands. But that can go for many. A lot of healing here. Past life traumas, even if we look at them that way. A lot of you now are on a very spiritual journey. You've always been to a point, because we are spiritual beings, but it's enhanced more and more, really on a spiritual journey, awakening here. Which, yeah, it is creating some sense sometimes of instability or uncertainty around stability, or not as much of a focus on that area. There's more of a focus on working through these subconscious patterns and unlocking these tools, these authenticities, this movement, this stuff within, you know. Definitely some of you are doing the shadow work, doing the regression, the childhood work here. What's making me feel helpless? What's making me feel trapped? What's making my voice feel not heard? You know, going within and really illuminating your own secrets there. Some of you could be taking a trip travel journey that helps unlock for you, helps give revelation for you, helps give perspective, okay? This can also be younger fire energy, or a new passion project, a new creation. I hear, behold what comes to you. Messengers in disguise and messages in disguise. Both messengers in disguise, messengers and messages. Behold what comes to you. Behold what comes to you, what crosses your path. And I hear it, for it is even keel. Also, I hear it is truth bejorned, but I have no idea what that means. All right, you guys. Nice little energy check in there. Big focus on the voice, on listening to what comes up for you. Trusting what comes to your path. There are messages and messengers there. Doesn't mean you have to invite them in. But you may take something beneficial from each interaction, person, or thing. Focus on the mind, body, spirit balance and connection as well. All of these things need nourishment and attention. And they will speak to you when they don't have it or are out of balance. even though you may feel something in your body, but it has an emotional root. So it doesn't always mean exactly what you're feeling is what needs attention specifically. They all need attention. There is a new partnership for a lot of you coming through, a new journey with partnership. For some of you, this is platonic. It's business, it's friendship, it's platonic. For others of you, it is, love. Again, that Vesica Pisces is here. The joining and crossing of two worlds that are very alike. Okay? Could have challenges sleeping, challenges meditating, resting. You are going through some huge energy activations, endings. The energy of death and reincarnation as well as here. Allowing the limitations to push you. You're organizing those limitations, allowing them to push you to expand ever greater. Not always in control or feeling strong, and being okay with that. Surrendering more and more and feeling the liberation and surrendering. An increase in the material support, the material world, money. Okay, this can also be an increase in self-worth. A lot of intuition speaking to you right now about what's going on, helping you with this oration, this speaking, this voice. Okay? A lot of information that you're accessing from the center of all information as well. And tuning and tapping into birthing and creating certain dreams. Even dream realm can be in focus here. Speaking your word. All right, that's what we have for you guys for now. All the love. You can always email us for personal reading inquiries. It's the only way to get a personal reading. Please beware and watch out for people who are scamming you. We're never going to solicit readings to you, DM you, follow you and hound you. That's scam stuff. All right, so watch out, you guys. Be safe and take care. Much love.